What is going on, everyone? My name's Boit, and I'm back with some more Age of Mythology retold action featuring the Japanese at the highest of levels. In the bottom of the map, the number one Amaterasu lover. His name is Pegasus. I'm always a fan of watching Pegasus. He's always comes up with some incredibly powerful strategies. On top of that, he's also an incredibly good RTS player, just in general. It's not just the creativity with Pegasus, it's also the mechanics and all of the things that make a good RTS player a good RTS players. His opponent today, however, on S tier god Oranos. He's never not been S tier, but he's definitely has been brought up in this patch. We did take one hit to the Caladria, which I personally don't think changes anything at a on a tangible level. Like, sure, you might lose one unit here or there every 10 games that you might have otherwise saved, right? But on the majority of games, you're not going to feel the 0.2 speed loss on the Caladria. Instead, you're going to be enjoying every single game the extra 0.5 resources per second that you're going to be getting. Now, I think I'm a fan of this change on the fact that I suggested it. And that's the only reason I'm a fan of it. It's not because it's a good change. It's not because it was a bad change. It's because I suggested it. And that makes me happy. Now, on top of me suggesting it, I know there was a boatload of other people requesting Atlantean economic buffs. So I think everybody was feeling they're a little bit lackluster there. That being said, Oranos was performing pretty well in the last patch. Like, he wasn't performing, like, amazingly. He wasn't beating the S tiers or anything like that, like, often at all. But he was, like, in that middle of the road. Like, he was feeling good playing, at least for me. I don't know about you guys. He was feeling good for me. Now, I guess we'll see what's going to happen here. He's playing up against Amaterasu. This is the god to beat right now. A very, very powerful god. Has got the samurai, which have now taken the place as the new S tier infantry unit. Atlantean did have that inside of the Murmillo. Especially, well, Oranos had it inside of the Murmillo because it was 5.0 speed, plus had amazing stats, plus had double unique buffs that goes onto those. There's also the Dao Swordsman, which can turn into an S tier infantry unit, but it's like super late game and it has no speed. The Japanese here get it in the classical age. There are 4 unique upgrades or something you can put onto it, and it's got 4.2 speed. Plus, if you attach 2 Kitsune to it with the right technologies, it can go up to 4.4 speed or 4.6 speed or something, so it can be really, really quick. But we do see the Weasel coming out here for Pegasus. I'm not actually sure that this is going to be super effective against Oranos, because Oranos has got healing. So you charge in and suicide, no worries. We'll just heal up our dudes and it's going to be completely fine. We're going to pacify the Kamatachi, garrison, heal, burst heal, get out another Caladria, and Matador should be fine here. He is going to be taking a little bit of damage, but as I said, the Caladria comes over here and no problems. And then everyone is just simply going to be getting heroized and dealing with this. But we do see that Matador decides to go double military barracks, which I think might be a little bit of an overcommitment, so to speak. As the Kamatachi getting very low on HP, almost taken out over here. Where are you going? Matador! Why? What are you doing up here with the Hero Mamillo? What happened? Another Caladria coming in. This is a lot of damage that Matador's taking at the start of this game, but he hasn't lost anything yet. He's just losing a little bit of gather time, which isn't the worst thing in the world, considering he's taking out the Kamatachi and making those solar shields come through. Meanwhile, in the main base, did he get the hero back in? He did. Okay. I don't know why I don't know how he sent it up here, why he did, but sometimes things happen. Sometimes things happen. Where did it go? It does exist. He's just trying to snipe the Amaterasu here as the on the musha coming through. And you have to be careful not to take too much of a fight there. Can you actually finish this one off? Even killing the Kitsune is totally fine, but you definitely don't want to be taking any sort of trades against the on the musha or against the samurai at this point. Nor do you want to be making Murmillo into pure samurai, of which Pegasus is going to be going. As Matador now looking for some revenge, raids into the main base, going after these bad boys. The samurai getting a couple of smacks in as the Caladria will heal up, but even if you keep your units alive, you're still fueling the demon, so to speak. Now, one thing that I found when I was playing this, I played this matchup once myself. You can match the early game of Japan pretty easily with Karabalista to deal with samurai and things like that. So long as you micro them, it's not a problem. But you will fall behind if you keep on trying to fight them. So you probably just want to sit back, run around, kind of do what Matador's doing, try and get heroic age. So at the very least, you can be at heavy on all your units, and that's going to be that should be enough to make things happen. As the Deuterino is coming forward, we see a little cheeky shockwave there. As I don't know exactly how well this fight is going to go for Matador. He does have the healing, but he's already lost one dude. There's the Carnivora getting dropped down. As, oh, you could just eat that guy up. Solar Shield doesn't save him. Carnivora, it does go down to the on the musha, but I mean, who wins on that one? You trade a Carnivora there for a Samurai and a Solar Shield. As the healing continues to come through. Charging forward with a couple more hero Murmillos as Pegasus just says, look, I'm happy to take these fights. I'm at medium already. And yeah, this is fine. This is totally fine. No problems. There's the Samurai looking to come back up here. And Matador will be pulling back. He now has one Karabalista in, which is effectively good enough to take out one Samurai. If there's more than one Samurai, it's not going to be that useful, but he can start poking nicely here. It does look like he's getting oracles. I wonder if he is thinking about a next age here. If he goes for like a forward Sky Passage, I think that would be the next level move. If you got like come forward, drop a Sky Passage, you start eating this hunt and keep on poking. You got the Carabalista to dive into the Sky Passage, and you can just retreat if it feels like the Pegasus army is going to get out of there. But I love this healing from that Mikor there, getting max value from that bad boy. And Matador will be able to take down a tower at the very least. We see farms actually already up for Pegasus. He's having to turtle really hard. He could have decided to start building some different units to try and take out the Karabalista. His Samurai are more than capable of dealing with the Murmillos, but he needs an answer for Karabalista. So whether that's going to be some Yumi archers to shoot them down from range, or cavalry if he wants to, or he can just keep going down this line of mass Samurai and seeing if it works. The tower ends up getting sniped down. That's two towers down on around the outside, and now Pegasus is feeling like he can just move forward here and grab some hunt. A little bit risky, but he does have some pretty nice numbers of Samurai here, and he's almost up to heavy. One more fight actually, and he probably will be up to heavy, but there will be another Carnivora available with a few seconds passing by. Nice micro from Matador. Gets a couple of shots off. Not able to kill anything just yet. But smart to not take the fight and give all that Bushido over. He needs to get to the heroic age pretty quickly. Otherwise, yeah, he's going to be just behind on upgrades, and things are going to be tricky. Coming back in to take down the temple here. Got to be careful. There are two Amaterasu there. But both those Caladrias hanging in. Great control from Matador as he's just trying to shoot and scoot with these bad boys. Blocking off the Amaterasu. Now decides to take the fight. That heavy just comes in so quickly at the end, but is it going to be enough as the shockwave onto the Itachi comes through? The samurai look to be falling here. It looks to be a good fight for Matador as he brings his hero Mermillo off to the left side. No favor for another shield here just yet. The Karaballister are falling, but the samurai numbers are falling as well, as more Mermillo are starting to stream in here. But look at the Bushido. He's up to tier 3 already, but he's now down to 50 population. How much gold does he have left? He's got 1,500 gold left. So Matador has found himself a really nice position in this game. But he needs to think about going next age or something. Otherwise, he's going to start staring down champion samurai by the end of the next fight. Unless he can win that fight as well. If that's the plan, then he can go for a gold staff. So forward sky passages on this position, on this position, on this position. Get yourself an oracle onto each of them. And then you can just utilize those to garrison in and out with your Karaballister and do some things like that. Now, Hero Karaballister are a nice little pickup for Matador, but I don't think he's got... Oh, he does. He's got himself medium upgrades. So the Karaballister are going to be hitting pretty hard here. Now we do see a Watchtower's upgrade actually coming through. There's only 2 Watchtowers here, so I'm not exactly sure what the idea is with that. Yeah, at this moment, Matador needs to just make that decision about whether or not he wants to get Heroic Age and go for Chaos, which can be a nice counter to Samurai. Because the Samurai will kill themselves. You can use it at the start of the fight so that they use their special ability on each other. And you're obviously getting some good damage in where that happens, where that's concerned as well. Does look like he's about to be able to go next stage. Does he have an armory? He does. He's got his upgrades as well on the other side. Pegasus also having his upgrades here. Oh, and a little attempt to come around onto this side, trying to pick off some villagers potentially. He's got the ability to take those Amaterasu down with those hero Karaballister as well. We do see a couple of Yumi archers coming in now as Pegasus says, you know what, I'm gonna try go that way. So many Caladria, and it is Hyperion. I'm not surprised to see this. It makes perfect sense. You get everything you need. The only thing that I'm a little bit upset about is he's got the ability to swing in here and drop a Sky Passage, swing over here, drop a Sky Passage, come over here, drop a Sky Passage, and then he can put this Sky Passage back up again when he hits the Heroic Age. So he's got the Stranglehold. He's got the Stranglehold already, so to speak. But he just hasn't like set up. So this gold mine here is going to expire. It expires kind of... It does expire later than everyone else's, but not by a huge amount. This is 15 minutes into the game, right? Most people expire at about 11 to 12 minutes. Some gods expire at like 9 minutes, like Thor, for example, but you do get a little bit more gold. In this situation, it's only been 3,500. So not a crazy amount by any stretch. As we do see Raijin coming through. So it's going to be a bit of a Hyperion action, a bit of Raijin action. Pegasus is still in an okay position here. As the Heroic Age comes through, it's going to have to be heavy infantry immediately. Got to be careful to not take too much damage here from those samurai, but so far so good for Matador. He could drop Chaos down onto this if he wants to. Just kill off the units, slow down that Bushido going up to champion. Matador still has to be careful. His Caladria are sort of a little bit out of position. His army charging into the main base here. He is throwing away some HP here, but at least he's not taking any damage from those samurai at the moment. He's just going after villagers, trying to get some damage, but he just has to be patient 100 gold left in that gold mine. And I think he scouted it there. He would have seen it as he ran through. In fact, he's got the line of sight on the other side there. So yeah, he knows. As the Thunderburst comes down, and Matador, simply put, just going to be pulling out of here. He's growing up to Gemini with the Satyr as well. And so far, the control from Matador has just been unworldly. Temple coming through for Pegasus. Pegasus out of gold. And we'll see what he's going to try. He doesn't have a god power anymore. He does have one solar shield charge left. And he's just going to try and go straight for this gold mine. I think this one is going to come down to one fight. And unfortunately for Pegasus, he can't wait for champion. He needs that gold income. I mean, he's got 600 gold in the bank. Maybe he can just wait for champion. It's only 7,000 XP away here. As the Chaos gets dropped down. Murmillo diving straight on top of those Yumi archers. The Chaos gets dropped in there as well. And the army here of Pegasus, that population is dropping. Military is dropping. And it looks like a win there for Matador. So, I mean, that was just an incredibly well-played game from Matador. I know Pegasus is... I think he's trying to force the Samurai a little bit too much here. I know the Samurai are the big, like, overtuned unit, but the way that Matador controlled this and played this was just so good. And I'm not sure what else you want to be making. Obviously, if he's making Murmillo, you want to make Samurai. That's fine, but you need to have an answer for the Caladria, and that's in the Bushi. So you have to get yourself out of Bushi. I did also see one game where things went really, really badly for a Japanese player early on, who went Samurai early, and you just kind of got run off the map by like Murmillo and Caladria and Carnivora early on. But interesting game. I think if Pegasus got some Bushi out here a little earlier, like just 2 or 3 to attack those Caladria, then that makes life a lot harder, for Matador to be taking those fights early on, because those Caladria were just giving so much value. I was talking about it earlier. I don't think that the speed nerf really changes much. It's going to be a little bit more annoying, but in terms of where you get the most value from this unit, I think it's still going to be there. I think this unit's still going to be very, very useful, as it was shown here. Anyways, a well-played game from Matador. Pegasus is going to have to go back to the drawing board. Maybe Oranos is actually S tier and not just memeing in the S tier location. Hope you guys enjoyed. And if you did, make sure you hit the follow on Twitch, from the YouTube, hit that subscribe button. I'll see you guys in the next game.